Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a shop talk or quick tip, however you want to call it, of why you should never take your car to the parts store to get it repaired. And yes, you heard me right. I'm not, mixing my sentences here. Stop taking your cars to parts stores and getting them diagnosed and worked on. It's never a good mix. And I have this terminal next to me that I made a video on. I made a shop talk on what the failure point was and what contributed to it. And now I'm going to actually make a separate video, which is this one, talking about why parts stores like AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Napa, I don't know if they do this, but any of these big box stores that tell you, come on in, we'll replace your headlight, we'll replace your battery, we'll scan your check engine light and diagnose your vehicle for you and replace this and replace that for you because we want to sell you a freaking part. This is why you got to be careful. So anyway, let's get into this. This intro is a little long. We're going to talk about this little cheap terminal and how it cost one of my customers quite a bit of money. And the reason why is because there was, as you can say, inadequate care upon the installation of a battery by someone who shouldn't have never installed it, or has, like I say, the liability or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, parts stores should not be replacing parts, plain and simple, on customer vehicles. Let's go ahead and get into this, but like always, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe button down below, smash the like button, helps the channel out. With that said, let's roll into this, guys, because this is, I'm kind of annoyed at this. I'll just call it what it is. So in that shop talk, I had one of my customers that had a Jeep. They had this terminal replaced a while back. Then they needed a battery. They strolled on to their local auto parts store, which happened to be AutoZone, bought a new battery, and they replaced the battery for free in the parking lot. Now, there are a couple things wrong with this. One, you're not a mechanic. Don't work on people's cars, because being a mechanic, a legitimate shop, comes with liabilities and responsibilities that these parts stores do not really have. If they were to set your car on fire while replacing your battery, they just look at you with a dumb look like, oh, I don't know what happened. And they're not going to care to fix the issue. At least I don't think so. So take your car to mechanics, guys. If you're watching this video, a parts store is not a mechanic. It's not a diagnostic. It's not it's just you buy your parts there and that's it. And usually people that work there have knowledge of vehicles, but not to the extent that your local mechanic would have. Just saying that because this has always been an ongoing issue, and I always get people coming in through my door. Oh, I took my car to AutoZone. They diagnosed it. They sold me this part. They said I need to replace it. How much to replace it? If it's something more, advanced that they can do. And it's just like, nope, I'm not going to do that. You want to drop the car off? I'll properly diagnose it, and then we'll figure out what's going on and take it from there. Oh, no, I just want this replaced. And I basically tell them, well, I'm not going to do it. There's a door. See you later. I really try to stay away from stuff like this. So what happened here was customer took the car to AutoZone. They replaced the battery. This terminal was on there. Now, for these aftermarket lead terminals, whatever metal these are made of, it's a very soft metal. What you typically see, or what I see a lot, is that people think these are one size fits all, but they're not. They make one that's a bigger one for the positive and a smaller one for the negative. Now, the small one for the negative, what typically happens is if you have an older battery that, let's say you have to replace the terminal on because it's bad, but it's an older battery, you'll wind up putting this in, even though there's a wrong way and a right way to do these. And what people will do is they'll tie in them pretty good, get them nice and easy, and this is a very soft metal. It basically will conform. And then after that battery dies out, time to replace the battery, they'll go buy a brand new battery that probably has a thicker terminal on the negative side, and they'll take this bad boy, they'll loosen this up, and let me see here, I'll just loosen this nut up, so you guys can see it's completely loose. But what happens is when this gets crushed, threading starts happening on the inner ear here, so this will stay clamped together and never open up. And quite honestly, the only way to really open these up is to take a screwdriver and go ahead and bend that ear back like I just did with my screwdriver. And even then, I mean, this is a pretty soft metal. You tighten this down, it'll pretty much screw in. So what a lot of places do is they don't know that you can force the ear open, so they'll just unscrew this probably a little bit, put this on top, and just whale this down with, let's say like a screwdriver handle or their ratchet. They're going to sit there, tap it down, put it on there. Now, if you haven't released that threading like I did from in here, what'll happen is you'll get a nice little crack. I don't know if everyone can see that. You see right there? That's cracked up. So what happened with this is the guy went to AutoZone, got a battery replaced. Whoever replaced the battery, the store employee, put this on top of the terminal, and my customer was there. He even told me, yeah, they had a hard time, so they had to whack it into place. They took their ratchet, gave it the old clunk, clunk, clunk on there, and this probably wasn't as loose as it should have been. And that's funny, guys. Look, that broke right here, right now on camera. Wow, what are the odds? But anyway, they clunked it on there, and then they proceeded to over tighten it. And when they over tightened it, they wind up stretching this, and it wound up fatiguing and cracking right there, and then it just literally broke on camera 2 seconds ago. And then the customer was driving along, and I guess it was in the right position until this thing finally stress cracked more and more and opened up until it dropped out on the negative, leaving the guy stranded on the side of the road. They took it to a shop wherever they were. They were telling him he needed a bunch of stuff he didn't. Wanted to bring the car to me. Initially, I had a little bit of looking around to do. Took me about a good 10-15 minutes before I figured out, hey, this terminal is bad. And the reason why we found it is because of visual inspection and ground and power testing, where we figured out we weren't getting a good ground, and that's how we figured this out. So we wound up having to replace this and do a few other little things to it to get it right. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about these parts stores. And I get it. I'm not going to be able to change the corporate, parts store mantra, even though I hate it, guys. You go to a parts store to buy parts for your vehicle. They are not licensed mechanics. You should not be letting them do anything to your vehicle. Even the fact that they're going on a limb and scanning vehicles is a liability on their end. They shouldn't be doing that in hopes of trying to sell you a part. Like, I've made videos like this before. It's just not a good idea. Your car should be going to a mechanic, and if you want to buy a part for a said vehicle, then you can go to a parts store, buy the part, but don't let them install it, because realistically, I'm not dogging on any parts store employees. You guys may be mechanics that left the field and started working in the store, but you guys have to remember there's liabilities and things like that. And what I find most of the time is that people that are working at auto parts stores are knowledgeable about cars, but they may not be seasoned mechanics knowing how to do every little thing. It's usually a teenager that just is working there and they're into cars, and they get into doing services like this for customers as corporate allows them to, and they wind up having issues and destroying stuff. Batteries, especially on modern day cars, you replace it the wrong way and you arc it or short it out. Guess what? You just bought a brand new car that's expensive with modules. And is the parts store going to cover that if that were to happen? No, they're not, because even in this scenario, after we figured out what happened, I told him to take my receipt and the information, go to the parts store and show it to the store manager. Guess what it got him? Nothing. Zero. They told him, we're not liable. We just try to help you out. So now, can you really push this issue and go into a major thing? You probably could, but again, that's not me to do that. That's up to the customer. So, for me, it's just unfortunate. Now, all the auto parts stores do this, guys. This particular one had to be AutoZone. It is what it is. And I'm not knocking AutoZone. To be honest with you, I use AutoZone here and there. Like, it's just one of the bigger companies out there, but it's a disservice to customers, a disservice to mechanics. It just creates a lot of havoc in the field, because people go to AutoZone, get a service like this done, and come to a mechanic and say, I got my battery installed for free. I'm not paying you $30 to do it. Well, then this happens and you're out $200, $300 diagnosing your vehicle. Now, that's an issue in the field with customers in general, and mechanics, haven't always had the best reps, so I can kind of get it. There's a lot of different mix of things going into this whole thing, and why people hate mechanics and why customers do this and why parts stores try to take advantage of that. It's just too much to dissolve in this video and talk about. But I want to keep it quite simple. If you're an auto parts store, maybe AutoZone will watch this, or O'Reilly's or Napa or whoever that, the parts stores that do this. Stop doing services like this. One, you're killing shops that are buying from you guys and hurting their businesses. You're setting customers' expectations to be something that they shouldn't be. Like, you tell them, you have a oxygen sensor code. You need a new oxygen sensor, when it could be the wiring or something further along, like a catalytic converter or something that's going out. You're just setting people up to fail. Shops are failing because people are trying to undercut because they think because they visit a store that they know what's going on with their car. People come in thinking that a diagnostic from AutoZone, which is really a code scan, that it's a diagnostic and you can't tell me to diagnose it. You're trying to rip me off. Like it's just too much crap. And then you get into the we'll repair your car for you services side of it, which hurts shops and can create issues for consumers. Like in this scenario, overall it's just bad. Stop doing it, guys. If you're a corporate store watching this or whatever, stop doing this. Like it's not good for mechanics in general. And if you're a customer or consumer watching this, and you might say, well, Mike, I don't want to go to a mechanic and pay $30, $40, which is what it typically would cost to replace a battery nowadays. But it's not just us taking the battery out. If you go to a proper mechanic, not some guy down the alley or whatever, or a parts store, most mechanics, like I do in my shop here, when I take your old battery out, I'm cleaning your terminals, I'm inspecting the connections. When I remove your old battery, I'm cleaning your hold down, making sure it's there. After I do that, I'm cleaning your under tray in case there's any battery acid leaves or anything collected. We're putting new battery in. We're lubricating the J hooks on your battery hold down because it's not something that gets removed quite often. So you want to make sure all that's sturdy. We're making sure the battery is tied down properly. We're cleaning the connections on the battery, on the terminals, on your terminals, making sure they're clean, making sure you got the best connection possible. And even though some people don't like spraying anything on their terminals, we put, little corrosive additives on there to keep corrosion off it, or anti-corrosion, I should say. So you're getting a full service instead of just buy a new battery, we'll throw it in there really quick in the parking lot, go on your way. It's not the proper way. Eventually, if you don't clean this terminal and the new battery starts getting that green fuzzy stuff on there, it's going to inhibit the connection. You're going to have issues or electrical problems. So it's never quite as easy as that. That $40 or $30 you might be spending at a shop is well worth it because they're doing it properly. There's a way to do something and get it done, and then there's a proper way to get it done and make it last. That's the differences between the two. And it's just so annoying, and I hate it when, again, I'm a mechanic. I deal with this on a daily basis. As a matter of fact, this week's probably happened like maybe 9, 10 times by now. It's hard to even keep track of it because it's just so repetitive and such a thing that I even have this whole speech that I give people and, let them make their decisions. Some people will be like, oh, that makes sense. I understand. Some people will just be like, you're just trying to rip me off. Yeah, whatever. Like, can't win them all, right? Like, I'm not going to sit there and argue with people. So this is, I guess you can say the video, guys. It's kind of a rant. And I'm sorry if, all it is me being pissed off, but like stuff like this can be avoided. This is so stupid. This makes parts stores look bad and makes mechanics look bad, and it's just it's a whole thing. But stop taking your cars to parts stores for services. That's all I'm going to say. A parts store is that in which the name entails. It is a store that sells parts, not a shop or a mechanic. So I'll just leave it at that. And again, I don't want to offend anyone working at these parts stores. You may be a mechanic, you may know a lot about cars, but realistically, the services that are being performed there are not being done correctly. I'll be honest with you, every time I bought a battery from AutoZone before I had a shop, it was always, hey, you want your battery? Okay, cool. Do you want to buy these overpriced terminal protectors for $15 along with some, grease for your terminals? And like, it's always about the upsell. You're not doing it right by just doing that portion. And if I had them installed, they're never going to clean the terminal and stuff. So it just, again, I can understand that not everyone at auto parts store is, I guess you can say, just working there for a paycheck. Some of them do know cars, but it doesn't make you a mechanic. And I don't know about you guys, even if I know how to, let's say, be a doctor, let's say I was in the medical field, but I didn't quite go through with it. And let's say I see someone that got hurt. Yeah, my initial reaction is to go help them as a human being. And in that moment, you go and you help. And then let's say someone fell off a bike and you're trying to help them out and you want to move them the wrong way and then they got some sort of injury for life. Guess who they could come after and sue? You, the person that was trying to help. So you got to kind of be careful with what you do. And if you're an employee of these parts stores watching this, you may want to think twice because even though this can't really hurt you in the long run, it'll probably get you fired if something were to happen. But if you replace a battery and blew up a car in your parking lot, what's going to happen? You're going to lose your job. That parts store may or may not take responsibility. And then, who wins? Who's right? Who's wrong? You know what I mean? Because you got one guy saying, I was trying to help you. And the other guy's like, well, I came here because I trusted you guys, and it's back and forth. So don't take your car to a parts store for a repair. That's all I have to say. I'm going to leave it at that, close it out. This is starting to get really ranty. Like always, comment, like, and subscribe because it helps the channel grow. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will catch everyone on the next video.